MTG Scoundrels, it's in the cardboard. Ladies and gentlemen, scoundrels of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Modern Weekly. Today on the docket, we have Jeskai Control versus Izzet Wizards. Two powerful control decks in this format, Izzet Wizards being more of a tempo list. Looks like starting off with an Arid Mesa and passing. Island, tamiyo, go. Fetching, going to 19 it looks like. Getting one of the surveil lands here. Keeping it on top. Drawing for turn. Tamiyo, of course, one of the new flip walkers from Modern Horizons 3. And there is a Tune the Narrative. A card I generally call a Tune with Aether. Mostly as a joke, but I apologize if I missay it a time or two. Making 2 energy, drawing a card, passing the turn. Misty Rainforest for turn, attacking with Tamiyo, making a clue. Looks like passing here. Jeskai Control cracking their fetch. And finding another tapped land, looks like the blue-red surveil land. Surveilling, leaving it on top it looks like. Drawing for turn. Playing an island. Counting something. Playing their own tamiyo. And passing the turn. Fetching. Finding an untapped Steam Vents. This might actually be in response to the cast. Nope, it resolved, killing it with a Galvanic Discharge, or at least attempting to. And there's a counterspell. The tamiyo lives on. Scalding Tarn for turn. And Galvanic Discharge once again. This time we'll get through on killing the tamiyo. Make a second clue off the attack, and passing. Another tamiyo. Into a counterspell after the fetch. Wow, into the Spell Snare. Tamiyo's going to resolve here. A lot of resources into that tamiyo, let me tell you. Untapping Flame of Anor, targeting the tamiyo. And we'll flip the tamiyo of the Izzet Wizards player. After drawing 2 cards off the Flame of Anor and dealing 5 damage, thanks to tamiyo being a wizard, to the opposing tamiyo. End step, tune the narrative. 2 more energy, drawing a card. Fetch land. In this case, a Flooded Strand. And passing. End step, cracking the Misty Rainforest. Looks like finding a Surveil land here. Put it in the bin, it looks like. Place a fetch land for turn. Looks like they're talking about mana, but it does look like the Jeskai Control player missed a land drop. Upticking the tamiyo. In passing, Flooded Strand being cracked here for the Jeskai Control player. Finding a Jeskai Tri-land of sorts. And there is a classic, a Snapcaster Mage, but Modern Horizons 2 saying no with the subtlety. Jeskai Control player deciding to put it on the bottom. That was a hard cast subtlety at that. Passing the turn. End step, cracking. Finding another Surveil land. Putting a land in the bin. Drawing a card. Attacking for 3 with the subtlety. Activating tamiyo. And there is their own Flame of Anor to draw 2 cards. There's a Preordain, who both bottom here. Land for turn. And passing. And there is the ultimate of the tamiyo. 36 cards left in the deck. So drawing 18 cards here and no longer having a hand-sized limit. Playing another island for turn. Attacking in with the subtlety. And I guess when you're in this position as a control deck, you just pass. Nothing like having no hand size limit and having 18 plus cards in your hand with that much mana up. Fetching here. In response to the fetch, double lightning bolt. Bringing us to 4-14. We all know that lightning bolts were meant to go to the face. Another fetch land. There's a preordain. Tune the narrative. And there is a Wrath of the Skies. For gaining 2 energy. But there is a counterspell. And passing the turn. There is the lightning bolt, attack with the subtlety, and that'll be game. Game 1 going to Izzet Wizards in impressive fashion. Thank you all so much for watching us here at MTG Scoundrels. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. These 2 decks definitely are 2 of the better decks in the format. Of course, we have Michael here on Jeskai Control, one of our mainstays in the community. Jeskai Control here might be taking some of the single targeted removal out. And of course we have Will here on Izzet Wizards. Congrats to Will, just booked his ticket to his next RC. Which, in this case, will be RC Portland. For Modern. There's a Wizards list probably bringing in a little bit of graveyard hate. Phlage is a thing. Though if you just ultimate tamiyo every game, it's kind of hard to lose. If you enjoy either of these decks, definitely check out the description below for deck lists, as well as timestamps for the individual games. And if you are looking to pick up tokens, check out our friends over at Arcane Artistry. Create wonderful food, treasure, and clue tokens in the stained glass style. Put them together, they do make a panorama. Definitely check that out. High quality tokens from our friends over at Arcane Artistry. Link in the description below. It's kind of interesting how this format has started to shake itself out here. A lot of people loving these energy lists. Jeskai Control, Boros Energy, Mardu Energy. But you're starting to see some upcomers against these Nadu decks. Goryo's Vengeance still sticking around. Of course, these decks getting the access to Psychic Frog, one of the best discard outlets ever printed, is definitely something to keep an eye on. It may secretly be the best deck in the format, but we will see. Nadu's still kind of insane. We expect to see Nadu get banned out of the format. And shout out to my Legacy players who also want to see Grief banned. But we still got a month until that happens. In some cases, people just don't play Nadu. Just so that way they don't have to play Nadu. It's not the fun deck to play. And there's plenty of fun stuff to play in this format. I mean, we live in a world where Merfolk is very playable. Eldrazi decks are back in multiple forms. Necrodominance, still a house to play. Looks like the Jeskai Control player is going to be going to 6 here. But the format's in a pretty healthy spot outside of Nadu, I have to say. You have one terrible deck and a lot of other decks that are actually pretty fun to play against and play in general. And that's pretty healthy for this format. Looks like looking at the second 7 here, deciding what card to put back. Yep, putting one back. And here we go, moving to game 2. Starting with a Flooded Strand and passing the turn. Scalding Tarn and pass, cracking on the end step. Finding the blue-white Surveil land. There's the Surveil. Putting in the bin, drawing a card. Land for turn. Preordain. Ooh, scrying them both to the bottom here. And passing the turn. Cracking on end step. Finding a surveil land. Talking out something here. Island and passing. Cracking the Scalding Tarn. Finding a surveil land as well. Leaving that on top. Playing a Steam Vents, taking 2. Tapping 3. And there is a Phlage. Looks like resolving here, bringing us to 19 to 15. Tune the narrative. Making 2 energy, drawing a card, untapping and drawing. There's a Steam Vents. And looks like passing the turn. Land for turn. There's a Dranith Magistrate. And, oh, nope, looks like grabbed the wrong spell there. Yep, there it is. Galvanic Discharge to deal with the Dranith Magistrate. Untapping and drawing. And looks like saying go here. Four mana up, 3 mana up, and a bit of a stare off. Looks like passing, deciding to cast Snapcaster Mage. In response, Counterspell. Passing the turn, untapping, drawing, playing a Scalding Tarn. Excuse me, that's an arid mesa. Finding a plains. There is a Tune the Narrative. Drawing the card, getting a couple more energy, drawing a card for turn. There's a tamiyo. This will get a counter spell. Untapping and drawing. There's a tamiyo for the Jeskai player. And an attempt to escape a Phlage. It looks like that will be countered here as well. Passing the turn. There's a Galvanic Discharge to kill the tamiyo, and passing. Passing the turn as well. And draw go magic here. Really what Richard Garfield intended. End step. Casting a Snapcaster Mage. Targeting Tune the Narrative. Getting 2 more energy and drawing a card. Untapping and drawing. Playing a tapped land for turn and attacking for 2. Bringing us to 16 to 13. There is a Flame of Anor to draw 2 cards. Untapping, drawing, playing a Flooded Strand for turn. Cracking a Flooded Strand. For an untapped Sacred Foundry. Starting with a Dranith Magistrate. And attempting to escape the Phlage. Oh boy, there's the Invert Polarity. Rolls. Just gets countered. It's always on the edge of your seat when you cast that card. Untaps, draws. Lightning Bolt, targeting the Dranith Magistrate. Force of Negation. In response. A second Lightning Bolt to kill the Dranith Magistrate. Snapcaster getting in for 2 there, bringing us to 11 to 13. Scalding Tarn has land for turn. Looks like trying to do some math here. Wrath the Skies. Wrath of the Skies, excuse me. To gain 2 energy. Using that 2 energy to get rid of the Snapcaster Mage. And passing the turn. Cracking the Scalding Tarn. Finding another island. Bring us to 10 to 13 here. In response to the Tamiyo being cast. Cycling the Triome to draw a card, untapping. Drawing for turn. Escaping the Phlage. And there is an Invert Polarity. Leaving it up to chance. Will it be countered or will it be taken? And it gets taken. Dealing 3, gaining 3. What a sick play. Invert Polarity. One heck of a card. Wow. Untap for the turn. Attack in. Deal 3, gain 3, and deal 6 damage. That'll ultimately do it. Even withdrawing a card for turn and completely forgetting that. That's just such a crazy play. It's hard to remember how to do that. That's game, set, match. Going to Izzet Wizards. What a game 2 there. Thank you all so much for watching us here at MTG Scoundrels. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. For more content like this, check out our playlists. And we will see you all next week.